You don't like the quality of women that you think you can date at the moment. The reason why, just to be upfront, is because you're just not in a position where these other attractive women would even want to be seen with you. The red pill guys preach hypergamy, and remember this: women always date up. I believe, fully believe, that men and women, we either date the same level or higher. This is why you see fat and ugly people with other fat and ugly people, just to be blunt and transparent. When is the last time you have ever seen a, other than, unless he's a guy, I think the exception would be a guy that's maybe in his 50s and out of shape, but he's filthy fucking rich with like an absolute bombshell. That's because women care more about social status and money more than they do looks. They still value looks, but there are some women out there that will only be with a guy if he can provide enough resources for him. That's the only exception. So let's look at it since I speak to men. You as a man, if you're in shape and you have a six-pack, would you ever date a girl? I don't care how, like 18, or like she could be 18, 19. Would you ever date a girl that is fat and out of shape? No, you wouldn't. So women know that their looks matter to men more than anything. But men and women, we either date the same level or higher. This is why poor people tend to date other poor people. Middle class tend to date other middle class people. They don't go for lower because they just don't have the money to financially support that. I'm going to explain why we do this in this video, and I'm going to tell you what you should do as a man to increase the options that you have when it comes to dating, because it's not hard, but it's not going to be like an overnight thing. So if you're struggling right now or you're younger, you're going to want to watch this coming from a 30-year-old guy, because I can tell you, I'm a guy in a wheelchair right now, and I do not struggle when it comes to talking and dating other women. So before I get into the video, I do want to say, if you want my help for free when it comes to understanding women, getting better at pickup, dating, and relationships, I've got 2 free downloads for you in the description. Or if you want my help personally, I've got a link down below where you can sign up to get email coaching from me, or you can work with me one-on-one for an hour. Okay, so let's get into the video. There are numerous studies out there that show that, all things being equal, a woman would rather be with a man that, okay, 2 guys, all things being equal, they both look the same, they both flirt with her and make her feel the exact same. One guy's got significantly more money than the other. The woman would want to be with the guy with more money every single time. This is where the hypergamy from the red pill side comes in. But you know what's really going on is humans are selfish. This is why I said men and women date the same or up. Because the same thing would apply for a guy. If we're with a really hot girl that's causing us a bunch of fucking problems, and we meet another really hot girl that's super cool, easygoing, and easy to get along with, we're going to want to be with her just because she makes our life less stressful every single time. You have to look at dating and just human nature in general, nothing about hypergamy, the red pill, or like how women behave and whatnot. People want what's best for them, men and women. So when you understand that a woman is always going to put her best interest in mind, all things being equal, the richer guy is going to win every single time, just because he's got more money. Like if this girl wants kids, that's going to cost a lot of money down the road. He's going to have to provide for that family. This is why, if you're younger watching this, if you're working like a 9-to-5 right now, the only exception where your 9-to-5 could make you more money is if you work a commission-based sales job. I fully believe, if I could go back in time, I would get a commission-based sales job, because my selling skills directly impacts how much money I'm going to make, because I'm working commission based. So if you're working at like a restaurant and you're a server or a bartender, now I mean, you can make good money depending on where you're at, but you're likely never going to be at, you know, where a salesman or a surgeon or a doctor is going to be at. You will never hit that type of money. Now, I guess I can't say never. I'm sure there's somebody out there that might do really well, but the easiest thing you can do then is, if you're working a 9-to-5 and you're getting paid hourly, find a job that either pays you more, or find a job that pays you off a commission. Or if you don't want to do either one of those, then try to start something on the side. Now, if you do start something on the side, do enough research. There's plenty of things out there, but it's going to take you a long time before that side hustle really takes off, unless you catch a trend that's rising. This is why rich people get richer, or the first movers make the most money. So back when I started digital marketing back in 2016, that got popular around like I think 2010 or 2012. Tai Lopez, for example, was a first mover in that field. I think he started on YouTube, and now look at him, he's filthy fucking rich. My guy that taught me advertising, I think, is like 32 or 3 now, and he's living in like a $100,000 penthouse with a brand new all-white Rolls Royce. Jeremy Haynes, if you know him, phenomenal guy. Go and study him. Okay, he was a first mover in that field. When you start making more money, you're naturally going to open up your dating scene because you're going to be able to afford to be with other women. Like a woman that knows she's hot, whether you want to agree to it or not, is likely going to come with a price tag. Dating in general comes with a price tag. Women cost money. You have to constantly date them in order to keep them. Otherwise, they're going to feel like you don't care for them. And while that's not true, that's just how women behave. Now, if a girl's hot, you have to look at it like this. If she's super fucking hot, and she's, she can make her own money, why would she want to stay with you? Like, let's say she's super hot and she can make her own money, and you're hot, but you make $100,000. Okay, cool. But what if she meets another guy down the road that makes like $400,000 and you started fucking up down the road? If she breaks up with you, she's going to want to go with that guy just because he's financially better off. That's just the unfortunate reality, is a beautiful woman can be with whoever she wants. So when you look at things like that, you just have to accept reality for what it is. She can be with whoever she wants. You have to be your woman's best option every single time. Brandon Carter preaches this all the time. A fucking jacked black dude. I love that guy. Brandon Carter talks about that. He's like, you know why my girl hasn't left me yet? Because I'm fucking rich and I'm in shape and she can't find another man better than me. And he's right. He's a good looking dude. So if you have a lot of money and you're still not attracting like models, well, look at yourself in the mirror. Are you doing everything you can to be as attractive as possible? Like, I'm in a wheelchair. I look at my pictures from 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and when I was like younger, I looked fucking like dog shit. Nowadays, I think I look stellar. I look so much better than what I did younger. And you know, it's crazy, for men and women, we prefer younger beings. But I tend to think that I got better looking the older I got, because I started doing things to look better. I started working out, I've always worked out, but I started coloring my hair, growing out my facial hair, growing out my hair, learning how to style it, getting tattoos, which you don't need. I got tan because I used to be fucking pale. Now I work for myself, so financially, I've improved there as well, and it's still growing. You see what I mean, guys? Like, this is why I say that I don't have problems when it comes to dating women, because I've constantly leveled up. You don't have to be super rich, but if you're dating a girl and she sees that you've got potential to get richer, she'll still be with you. Like, this is why you have to learn how to vet your women long term. And I can teach you how to do that, because there are women that, you're right, will want to be with a man just because he's got a lot of fucking money. But then most women, remember what I said, people in general want their best option. So if you're going to be this girl's best option for forever, she's not going to want to leave you, as long as you're doing things to make her feel emotionally like good, and then financially you can still support her, because a traditional masculine man is this provider. He's there to be like the protector, and he's there to be like the girl's like mountain, like who she can go to when she's feeling off and she needs like somebody to talk to other than her girlfriends. That's just what a man does. So not only do you have to work on looking the best and getting as rich as possible, but there's also other areas that you have to work on when it comes to women. And if you get good in all these areas, then your dating options are going to open up, because not only are you going to think that you can date, if you're pretty good looking but you're poor, you're not going to approach a girl that's super fucking hot, because you're not going to think that you can be with a girl like that. But if you're good looking and you're fucking rich, you'll go talk to that girl every time, because you can probably afford to be with a girl like that. Now, I'm not saying that, you have to take her to fucking Nobu every night. You should never do that. Okay? Spend as little as possible. Women do things to figure out if that stability is going to be there. Now, if she asks questions, like materialistic questions up front, there's ways to vet women to make sure that she's not a gold digger, but a girl can be super fucking hot and love you not just for the money. But if you have the money, you're going to feel like you could be with the girl like that. That's where I'm going at. So if you don't like your dating options right now, then you have improvements that you need to make in life, whether that's going to be financially or physically or just getting better with women. There's really 3 areas in life. All of these are personal skills. I guess the second one financially is business skills. But as a man, we're not born with value like women are. We have to keep doing things to raise our value. And I have noticed that the better looking I've gotten, the more money I have made. Again, you could just look up studies that women prefer more status over looks, but they still care about looks. Being in a wheelchair has not stopped me from talking and meeting and dating women. In fact, the better looking I've gotten and the more money I've made, that's why I'm filming you this video, I'll go up and talk to fucking any girl I want. I don't care. Now, I'm not like, filthy fucking rich. So I'll still be honest with you, there are some girls where I'm like, yeah, I don't think I could do that. As big as my ego is, there are still some girls that like Andrew Tate would be able to talk to. Those girls, I'll be honest, I'm like, yeah, maybe not for me. But that's why I'm filming you this video. Because the better looking you get, the richer you get, and the better you get with women, your dating life opens up. So if you're not happy with where you're at in the dating scene right now, gentlemen, you need to improve your life. I'm going to end the video here. I've preached enough, man. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have anything you want to add to this, leave it in the comment section down below. That way I can read it and others can as well. To reiterate, I have 2 free downloads for free in the links down below if you want my help understanding women and getting better at pickup, dating, and relationships for free. Or you can book coaching with me, whether that's a quick email or work with me partially, then we can touch on a lot of different areas. Hey, if you like this video, guys, check out this one right here. You're going to love that one as well. Gentlemen, I will see you in the next one.